Decir que te amo, pero no sé si estoy mezclando una vez más lo que me das y lo que quiero. De pronto esa ya no sea mi realidad. No sé si es amor, es que quiero estar solo. La soledad me hace preso, la condena son tus besos. No sé si es amor, es que no quiero estar solo. A veces la paso lonely, no es tu culpa, I'm sorry. Estamos envueltos en un juego de dos. Quiero estar a lo tuyo, pero a veces no. De pronto son cosas del destino. Nos mejoramos con el tiempo como el vino. Súbeme la nota, que no se me nota. Ya no estaba ready y fui un idiota. Que hay mucha brisa, se acabó la risa. Ya empezamos el gota a gota. Perdona la actitud que yo tengo hacia ti. Yo me pongo inseguro cuando tú quieres estar cerquita de mí. Creo que la juventud me ha jodido a mí. No había nada interesante, solo interesadas a quien desvestir. No sé si es amor, es que quiero estar solo. La soledad me hace preso, la condena son tus besos. No sé si es amor, es que no quiero estar solo. A veces la paso lonely, no es tu culpa, I'm sorry. Ahora yo entiendo toda la gravedad. Tú tan hermosa y no te ofrezco nada. Solo recibo y no te puedo dar lo que tú quieras, baby, la verás. Aunque bebé yo te llene de Dior, no se arregla esta relación. Lo que yo puedo es pedir perdón, porque no siento lo que sientes vos. Perdona la actitud que yo tengo hacia ti. Yo me pongo inseguro cuando tú quieres estar cerquita de mí. Creo que la juventud me ha jodido a mí. No había nada interesante, solo interesadas a quien desvestir. No sé si es amor, es que quiero estar solo. La soledad me hace preso, la condena son tus besos. No sé si es amor, es que no quiero estar solo. A veces la paso lonely, no es tu culpa, I'm sorry. Tú sabes.
I ran up a check, I might do it again. Enemies close, had me thinking they're friends. 10 toes down, I'll be free until the end. Crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands. Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck. Country heart, I might cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold-hearted, now I'm backed up. Keep it real, I do this once a month, I don't rap much. I just take the money and go stack up. Only buying car till you get tatted up. All that other bull, it don't matter much. You only climb me, I put the ladders up. No fault, I done doubled up on the workload. I think I fell in love with the bankroll. Pray up, get money, then we lay low. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what?
Welcome, everyone, to TFAA.
Woohoo, we're back.
We are back, and we are excited. They've already shot the 7:30 line. We have no idea what the scores are.
Nope.
We have no live scoring.
Nope.
So we're just going to go ahead and kind of give you guys information on
But
what...
we have a live feed.
We do have a live feed.
First time
first. It's got to be the
State.
first. It's got to be the
At
first
State.
time
Yes.
at TFAA State, which will be the first time at TSAA State next week as well.
Yeah, 2 weekends in a row, 2 state championships.
We get to do this twice.
Yes.
How fun is this? Well, we are here. This is the largest TFAA shoot ever. They are just under 400 archers.
Wow.
Is that crazy?
That is crazy. I'm scanning the room here.
Yeah. Yeah, so we tried to set up, I have wireless cameras. We just ran out of time trying to get them to work. They won't connect.
So show them the one camera that we have going in this room where we're at right now.
That's what's showing right now.
Oh, okay. So my beautiful face wasn't showing.
You can
Darn.
see
Okay.
you can see the big screen. Here, let me go ahead and flip back here.
All right.
So this is us.
Hey.
This is the screen of all
Okay.
all the
All right.
archers.
So now I'm with it. So this room is just one of several rooms going on. They've got another room where all the Cubs are that's down in their pro shop. So they've got this one, they've got that one. Do we have upstairs here as well?
We don't have a camera yet, but
No, not us.
Oh.
But is there another line shooting upstairs here?
No,
I know in the
no.
past we have. Okay, so
no,
we've got-
here there's just a conference room up there.
Okay.
I think the other room that's shooting is the one over at the other range.
Okay, I know that when we were a Cub, we shot upstairs in here as well.
Oh, in here, okay.
Uh-huh. And so there's 1, 2, 3 ranges shooting right now. This is the largest of the 3. There are 2 over at the pro shop because they have the overflow. They had so many entries that they had to have another area to shoot.
Right. I think what I'm going to do.
Big.
Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is.
What are you going to do, Scott?
At this. What am I going to do? What I am going to do is I think we're going to try to get another camera up high, and we'll see if we can get somebody to kind of use that camera. But that's going to take a little bit of work. It's probably going to be maybe at the break, or we'll do it at the 3:30 line.
Okay, I'm going to cut you off. We may go quiet for a little bit, and here I go now with my quiet voice, my golf voice.
Here we go.
Because when the archer, we are really close to the archers. We're never this close.
We are. That is true.
And so we are super close, so we are going to get a
Here's
little
the
more quiet.
first line. Here it goes. This is the first scoring end.
We're going to get quiet so we're not disturbing the archers.
And what we'll do is we'll give you guys more information about TFAA here in a minute. We are at Texas Archery. We have the luxury of being probably 50 yards from the target, which gives us some buffer between the archers and us.
Yeah.
And we don't want to disturb these guys that are right here in front of us.
Right, so I'm hoping you're not being too loud.
I am probably too loud. You know what? We'll ask Coco. Coco's right in front of us. We'll ask if he can hear us when he's on the
He'll be our
line.
expert ear.
Yep. So we have a lot of good shooters. There's several matches, and I'll see here in a minute if we can go ahead and pull up some of the scores just to see where we are, because I know that there's some very close matches that are going to happen today.
Yes.
And we will explain what's going on today and tomorrow and how it all plays in with Shooter of the Year. And there is
So we've got 2 different competitions going on right now. Today's score will help go towards Shooter of the Year,
Yep.
which is also the first scoring for the state competition. So today's scores are very important because they are used for 2 different things.
Right.
And then as they shoot tomorrow's only for the state. So it gets combined with today's score and tomorrow's score.
Yes.
It's kind of a little confusing.
And we'll explain that a little more, because when they go down there, we'll go ahead and talk a little louder and kind of explain exactly what is going on. But right now, they're shooting their first scoring end. It's the bottom target. It's kind of hard to see from here, but you see some single spots. You see some 5 spots. What that means is if you have a single spot, the maximum score is a 5, that white in the middle. And then there's rings outside of it that goes from 4, 3, 2, 1.
And anything outside of that is a miss.
Right. And here, and X's will be tiebreakers. X's do not count as, let's go ahead and get it back on the screen. X's don't give you an extra point, it's there for a tiebreaker. Mm-hmm. The other thing is when there's a 5 spot, the 5 spot, it's a little deceiving if you had a close-up of that target because there's an extra ring in there, but it's a 5 and a 4. That's it. That's all it is. And you can shoot all 5 spots. You can shoot one spot. You could shoot two spots. I mean, it doesn't matter. You can shoot all 5 of them into one spot, and they all count.
Yes.
Difference is USA Archery, you cannot do that. So it does
Exactly.
get
I
a
was
little
just gonna say
confusing.
that,
Yeah,
yes.
it does get a little confusing when you go between these different competitions, and we'll explain USA Archery a little more next week whenever we're
Doing a USA
when we're doing the
Archery
USA
state
Archery.
tournament.
That's right. That's right. So the first line is almost done. The second line goes up to the first scoring end here, which is always the toughest of the ends, right? Because you got a little bit of nerves.
Yep.
You don't want to screw up on the very first end. Who wants to do that?
We've done that.
We have done
We've
that.
done for your first arrow.
Yeah. My very first state championship was TFAA that I shot.
Ours too. Yeah.
And when I shot it on the very first practice in, I shot the wrong target. And it wasn't that I shot low or high. Actually, I was on the right side of my bail. I shot the left side of the bail next to me. I felt so silly, but you know what? Every archer here does it.
So the last time that we shot here for state, so 2 years ago, Rendon Brooks goes up, shoots the wrong target. Julia goes directly after her and shoots the wrong target.
Oh, no.
They were both, one was top, one was bottom, and they
reversed it.
Yep, it happens. It's that Daniel Tunstall used to say it's a mental disconnect.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
and that's
right.
what happened. Both girls.
Our brains malfunction.
Yeah. We
And-
talk about that this is a whole lot of mental game.
It really is.
And I mean, yes, it's physical. You're shooting a bow and arrow. However, that mental part of it, the mental aspect, is just so tough, so strong. Once you get up here and you're at the state tournament, so
Right,
and you've
right.
traveled a long way to do it.
We've all traveled. You know,
We've
there's
traveled far.
Yes, we have. And then this feeds right into the national shoot, which is toward the end of March.
Yeah, you and I have to talk about that.
Yes. I
In our
I
spare
looked
time
at
this
flights.
weekend.
Flights. I've waited too late on flights. It's too expensive, so we are driving.
I thought we were driving.
We were planning
so-
on driving anyways, but Amy threw me for a loop
Yeah, 'cause you
last
went
week.
bougie again.
She said, "Yeah, I went bougie." She's like, "Are we flying?" And I said, "Well, let me check real quick." Nope, we are not flying.
Are we going to be bougie or economical?
Right. Sometimes the flights are cheap enough.
Yeah.
It is cheaper to
Well,
fly.
that's
but
how we got to Vegas. We flew round trip on points.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Yeah. I just booked this morning. I booked our Arizona Cup flight.
Yeah.
There was the
I might have to look into Gator Cup flights.
they're expensive right now. I looked. So I'm assuming that
It's a holiday weekend.
Is it?
Yes.
What holiday?
What is that? Memorial Day?
I don't know. I'll have to look.
Yeah.
It's April.
No, May
It's May.
27th.
It's the end of May. Yeah.
It's the last weekend of May.
Right. The weekend before that is collegiate nationals as well through USA Archery.
Did you decide you were doing that?
I think so. I'm looking
Yeah.
into the flights right now, and it's not too bad.
Gator Cup is 27th, 28th, 29th.
Yeah, Gator Cup.
And the 30th is Memorial Day.
Yeah. So yeah, the flights are expensive right now for Gator Cup. So we do not have any idea how archers are doing, so we're just going to have to talk.
And I want to mention we are at Cinnamon Creek Ranch, which is a large meat. What do you call it?
Convention, like
Like meat, like deer processing.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah, they
processing.
do. Well, they do. They have a bow shop. They
Uh-huh.
do processing.
Large
They
ranges,
have this
several
large
ranges.
range, which this range really is nice. I do
Yes.
like the size of it.
Yes.
See, you can kind of see it from this camera. That's just a stationary camera. I have nobody moving it, so that's why we can't zoom in on anybody right now. But we may change that. You know, Ryan's Ryan
This is our
Ryan will be
first-
around at 3:00. I'm gonna put him to work.
This is our first time to go live on location.
Yeah, we're at a different location.
Normally, we are at Texas Archery, and we have everything set up, and it's all good to go.
It's
and
easy.
It's easy.
Like I have a dedicated Wi-Fi and all that stuff, so it makes it super easy. So this is just kind of a learning experience for us on what we need and how we want to do it.
It was super easy for me. I mean,
I know, right?
You came in yesterday. I just came in last night, so
Yeah,
you
you
came
just
in yesterday, set it all up.
Yeah.
I come in this morning, go get some coffee, and
Right. So we're going to try
like the little doorbell thing this time.
Oh,
That's new.
That is new.
I heard it a while ago, and I was like, "Is that your phone?" And then, oh no, it's not.
No. All right. So how does SIWAT roll into TFAA state?
All right, so SIWAT is Shoot Your Way Across Texas. That is something that TFAA, Texas Field Archery Association, does, and you shoot at different locations across the state of Texas. Some of them, I mean, just some that we have hit has been Corpus Christi, Canyon Lake. They have them up here, of course. We've had them at Texas Archery. We've had, 3 at Texas Archery? And
We have,
there
yes,
have been
and
some.
sectionals.
Oh, yeah, and sectionals. So you travel around the state and hit as many of them as you can. As you do that, your scores go into a database. And so you have your top 3 will always remain. And then after your top 3 scores, your X counts with those top 3 scores are added in there as well. Those top 3 scores help put you in the standings. And so when you look on their website, it says SIWAT standings. And then those 3 is what helps you get into Shooter of the Year.
Right.
When you're looking at the standings. And then whenever you come here.
And there is no second place
Nope.
in Shooter of the
Nope.
Year.
There is Shooter of the Year, and that's it.
Nope.
So that's a little tough, but it's also fun, and it also helps in my mind, and I could be wrong, you're the coach, so in my mind it helps prepare you for coming and shooting the state championship, because then you've gone to all these different locations, you've shot with all these different people.
Right.
So in my mind it helps prepare their minds, that mental game that we talk about, and coming here and then you see all these different people. You're at a different range. You're not at your home range. Well, for Cinnamon Creek, they're here at their home range, but for the most part, you've traveled, but you're kind of used to that. You've traveled to these different SIWATs, and it also helps the bow shops. Archery kind of dwindled. In the last 5 years, it really took a decline, but here lately I want to say that it's on an incline again.
Well, yeah, with COVID, if you look at our numbers from when they started SIWAT back up, the numbers have continued to grow.
Yes. I mean, what else are you going to go do?
Yeah.
Go shoot a bow.
So I had some numbers, and we'll ask some people. Let me see
Do you
here.
have numbers?
I do have numbers.
I'm a numbers girl.
So TFAA, let's see if I have it here.
Texas Field Archery Association.
Yeah. They had, and this is just, these are individual. This is not like if somebody shot 3 times at one location, it only shows up 1 time. I'm sorry.
What?
If you shot at 10 locations, your name only shows up 1 time on the system, because you have 3 scores, right? So,
I see what
so I'm
you're
saying
talking about. Yes.
the
you
individual
look up your
number
name and it
of
shows
archers.
your top 3.
Yes, I just want to make sure we're clear,
gotcha.
because they had over 4,000 people, 4,000 scores that were entered into the system.
Wow.
Okay, there was 1,163 individual archers that shot SIWAT this year. That is amazing.
Yep. I mean, I've got it on my screen here. I don't know that it's going to show up on the camera, but just if you...
I'm just going to let her keep her phone up there. Okay, you could try now.
Okay. I'm on my first cup of coffee since Thursday.
Yeah, go ahead and put your phone up there. Oh, there. Yep. Nope.
Y'all, if you start to see that it's just me on camera, it's because I have pushed him off, and I don't even have a rolling chair today. I'm so upset, to make me go taller or shorter. Or,
I know.
Side to that, I don't know, or to just push him away. Anyway, get your hands off the button so the people can see. And actually, it's up there. But we can scroll down, and there's each individual archer. And as it scrolls, it's got the 3 different top scores.
It looks like a white screen, but trust us.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm going to be bougie. I'm not
Bougie? How is that bougie?
I don't know. I guess because my equipment is not as high quality as yours. I have an X-Phone 10, X-Phone X, whatever you want to call it. But
that phone is that old?
Yes, it is. Look at my poor little screen protector is like falling apart.
Yeah, look at that case too.
My case. Oh, I guess this is the screen protector. Go ahead. Keep on.
I mean,
keep it up.
Yeah, we had. I think Amy may have had that case in 1982 as well.
All right.
So the first scores are in. Not that we know, but whatever. We are live broadcasting from here. Hopefully here in a few minutes.
Any excitement that goes on, we're gonna tell you all about it.
Yeah, if there's any drama.
Yes.
Any drama.
There's always drama.
I hope there's some drama.
No.
We'll see if any
Drama-free weekend.
See if any girls are crying.
Okay, shut up! I already cried once.
You cried already today?
Yes.
I swear, at our house we have so many girls that I have so many daughters that we wonder if we can go a day without crying.
We didn't ask Coco.
Crap. All right, so let me see. I'm going to look around for some more
quiet
power.
voice. Your inside voice.
I'm looking for some power. If I can get some power.
I got the power.
No. Oh, yeah, it did get quiet, didn't it?
I told you.
Let's go ahead and get a little music going here.
Are you trying to drown me out? Hey, do you have I got the power?
You're trying to avoid. I'm feeling so confused. Why did I act so annoyed? 'Cause I don't wanna be strangers, baby. The next time when we meet, and it dawned on me. Yeah, yes it did. Not letting you go, 'cause what we had was golden. You gotta know, I was standing on the border. The walls around me kept me safe. I couldn't see that I was shutting you out. I was stuck up and proud, but I'm waking up now. I didn't know that I need you. I'm waking up now. You gotta know that I need you. I'm waking up now. I'm a little messed up, but it's time for me to be dropping down my defense. I realize I wasn't there for real. What I did didn't make any sense. How can I get you close? I see why you'd be so cold, but you need to forget everything that I've told you. 'Cause I ain't playing it low-key, baby. I'll bring you right back home. And it dawned on me. Yeah, yes it did. Not letting you go, 'cause what we had was golden. You gotta know, I was standing on the border. The walls around me kept me safe. I couldn't see that I was shutting you out. I was stuck up and proud. I'm waking up now. I didn't know that I need you. Waking up now. You gotta know that I need you. I'm waking up now. Waking up now.
Let's make a run together. I'll be by your side before we collide.
Need you.
Let's make a run together. I'll be by your side before we collide. And if the sky falls down on you, just beat it up before before we collide. Let's make it last forever. I'm ready to fly before we collide. And when the sun don't shine on you, just heat it up before we collide.
All right, we're back. We would have been back faster, but Wendy she put the chair on her foot when she's trying to sit back down.
Too good.
So we went ahead and asked one of the archers if they could hear us. They cannot hear us on the line, which is very good, so that we can continue talking while they're shooting. We really do need to get a. Yeah, that'll work. There we go. I'll hold it up for you.
So this is the single spot, guys. We've talked about this before. That center X is a 5. Some of the archers are using that today. You want to be seen? I don't know.
So right there.
So then we would go out to a 4. Come on out 3, 2, 1. Anything else in this white is a miss, so it's a 0. Then when we flip this target over, on the other side is what we call a 5 spot. There are 5 different targets on here. It is what Scott was talking about before, is that this is very deceiving. I'm trying to actually get him in the picture. That white spot is the same size as this white spot. Archers always think it's smaller. It's not. The difference here is that you've got the X, which is the 5. Anything in this white is a 5. And then we've got 4 and 4. It does not go to a 3. So your scores here are a 5 or a 4. And you can shoot all of your arrows here, all of your arrows here, wherever, as long as you keep in a score. Well, I guess you can shoot them anywhere, but for a score, anywhere you want to in any of those 5 spots. Most archers, their reason for going into this is so that they're not deflecting and losing scores, so they'll try to shoot 1 in each of the 5 spots.
Right. Let's go ahead and get back to the archers.
Yes, okay.
That's
what people want to know.
That was good.
About anyway.
Actually, you can see that and see what, how they are scoring and what's the differences. This will be the same target that they use when they go to NFAA Nationals in March.
It is Pennsylvania?
No, Kentucky, Louisville.
Oh, Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville, Kentucky.
Right. I don't know why I keep saying, I'm planning for Kentucky and I keep saying Pennsylvania. Anyway.
Yeah, we've booked it. I've booked so much stuff that I keep forgetting that I need to book flights or hotels. Like, I haven't booked anything for
I might ought to get on that since it's March.
It's coming up quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
March is coming up. Arizona Cup's coming up. Florida's coming up. And then Joad Nationals will be here before we know it.
Yes. Alabama.
Yeah. And we have a little bit of a problem, though. Ryan.
Do we?
Yeah. Ryan's. We're gonna have to try to figure out how to get him to Nationals, Joad Nationals this year, because he's got some stuff. He's got some other stuff that he has to take care of, and it's over that week. So we're just gonna have to try to figure out the schedule to make sure it works for him. We did have some exciting news for Ryan.
Yes. Oh my goodness, I cried.
Yeah. Ryan, my son, is a senior, and he just got accepted at A&M, and will be shooting for Texas A&M.
Awesome.
Oh, he is pumped. He wasn't so sure.
You texted me that I cried.
Yeah.
And when y'all got back and y'all posted the picture with his, I call it an acceptance board.
Yeah.
I cried again. He's not even my kid. I still, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how I had that kid. He's such a good kid.
I don't know how you did it either. That was all Amy.
He's quiet.
He got your height
nice.
from you, and that's it.
But yeah.
Yeah, he's quiet. He's nice.
I know. I don't know where
Amy.
he got it from. Yeah, from my wife, for
She's so
sure.
Oh my goodness. So the archers are down there. That was their second scoring in.
Yes, second scoring in. Hand me my binoculars over there if you don't mind, since we really can't see anything because I couldn't get those other cameras working.
Settle down. I don't know where your binoculars are.
Are they just sitting? Oh, there they are.
I'm going to fall out of the chair.
She'll fall out. And then hand me one of those cameras. I'm going to play with that camera, see if I can get it working while we're sitting here.
Any camera?
No, hand me the number one. Number one. Little black. Yeah, that one right there. Yep. Thank you.
You mean the one on the tripod?
Yeah, the one on the tripod. So these are our wireless cameras. I'm not sure why I can't get them connected. It shows
I don't know why
connected to
you
the
can't
Wi-Fi,
I
but
thought you were the techie guru.
it's not working. So I'm going to go ahead. Let's try this again. Because if we can do that, then we can get some better video of the archers down there than just this lame view. The other thing I thought would be cool is I could, if I can get these things working, I can put one in the kids' range too, and so we can switch between them because they're, it's a Wi-Fi type, Wi-Fi
And when
camera.
you say kids, we have youth shooting in this area. We have young adults shooting in this area, as well as the adults. Now, when we say kids, we're talking about the Cubs who are shooting at another location on this property. They're shooting over at the pro shop.
I was trying to see if I can get that camera to work, but nope.
It didn't like you.
It does not like me. Let's go ahead and
You
switch
did not
back
talk
to
sweet
here.
to it.
Let's go into studio mode so I can go ahead and see if I can get this thing working while we're sitting here. We have some. This should be a really good. I thought that they were going to announce some awards between the 7:30 line. They had like scholarships they were giving out. There was some other stuff that they were giving out.
I thought that was like, I don't know. I thought it was a different time, but
Let's see.
I'm feeling so much better after my coffee.
So it says it's connected. It is connected. But I can't see anything
And
on the
y'all,
camera.
it is stinking cold up here. It was 34 degrees when I got up this morning. I live 15 minutes from the beach. It is not supposed to be that cold in
It's not
Texas.
no.
Oh my goodness.
I'm trying something different on this
Scott's
camera.
got his t-shirt on. I am over here with 3 shirts, a scarf, and a poncho.
Which I feel good.
I couldn't bring my turtleneck. I made sure and wore it on Thursday when it was cold down home.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I can wear my turtleneck because someone would make fun of it.
I would make fun of it because you know what? And I see when we were in Las Vegas, I saw a couple guys wearing turtlenecks. They were like, I don't know, 100 years old.
Whatever. And then we watched Seinfeld last night with that sweater, the fuzzy sweater. And
That was funny.
okay, here we go into what I believe is the 3rd scoring in. Bottom
see.
archers are up. Ooh, Kevin Poon has some pretty cool fletchings right there.
Oh, he does. He does. Nope. I thought we could get this camera working, and I am not getting this camera working. So close. So close.
So far away.
Go ahead.
That's another song, by the way.
Let's get some music going instead of listening to.
He doesn't like my singing.
There we go.
As long as you took off that lame song that you had.
That lame song. I did get rid of that.
Hallelujah. I like a bunch of drunk people in a room.
Please won't you come over? Let me get to know ya. Hey, nah. Delve into emotion. Leave us in this moment. know ya. Hey, nah, 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 nah. Delve into emotion, leave us in this moment.
All right, I tried. That mic is, or those are not working. So what that
camera.
what that tells me is I got to come up with my own Wi-Fi now.
I was wondering about that, if we had our own hotspot.
We
or-
did, yeah. We're gonna have to get our own. If we do this again, we're gonna have to have our own hotspot that we can
Maybe
connect to
if
it.
we do this again, we're going to do this again.
Heck yeah, we'll do this again.
We
Hopefully
had
everybody
so many
enjoys.
people come by and wave, and it's so good to see people from all over. I see Miss Hanson. There's Miss Harmon. So now our top line is going back in.
This thing will go by pretty quick. I think is this the third end, I think?
I believe we're still in the
Third.
third. This is the top targets.
We cannot keep up. We're too busy talking. I wish we had, you know what? So what I need to do is
Wish on
walk
the
through.
clocks that they would have, like at A&M, where they had what line was that?
Oh, yeah, where are the clocks?
See, straight ahead of us.
Oh, there they are. They're just, oh, I see.
That thing that's counting down from 3 minutes and 45 seconds.
Why do they get 3 minutes and 45
It
seconds?
was 4 minutes. It is 4 minutes, but it had already come down to 3 minutes. And see, now we're at 3:33. I love that 3:33.
Wow, this is good TV. That's all I got to say. Good video. I'm getting a clock 3:24.
Yeah.
It's 3:22
See,
now.
even our viewers can see it. If you look to the left
There you
of
go.
the United States flag, you can see a clock on that end. So what we're talking about is the archers have a time limit of how many minutes they have to shoot their 5 arrows. Each archer shoots 5 arrows, and they have 4 minutes to do so. If you shoot it after the buzzer goes off, which sounds like a doorbell this time, ding dong, and yes, it sounds just like that. But if they shoot it after that, that arrow is a miss. If
Right.
they don't shoot all 5 arrows, whatever they don't shoot is a miss. Only the arrows that are shot during those 4 minutes will count for score. Oh, Miss Hanson does not look real happy.
That just seems to be typical of all archers. Archers are never happy.
I thought you were fixing to say it's typical of her. I'm like, no, it's
Yeah,
not.
typical Anna. No.
She's always so sweet.
She is sweet. You can see one of our judges down there with the
I know one.
prison guard.
With a
vest on?
referee's
I mean, sorry,
stripes.
not prison guard, inmate.
I was going to say, I've never seen a prison guard wear stripes, but okay, maybe. But yeah, one of the judges today is our very own Tracy Trigg.
I know, I saw that. I wish we could zoom in on him.
Well, he was down here, but he must be down at the other end because this gentleman, I do not know his name. It looks like he's wearing a Cinnamon Creek shirt, though,
Okay.
which would answer why I really don't know his name because he's from up here.
I do not know. And I know that's surprising that there's somebody I don't know.
Right. By the
We
end
were-
of the day, I'm probably going to know him and talk to him.
Probably. You know, it's funny. We were out in Palestine, and I was with my father-in-law, and we always kid around because wherever I show up, there's always somebody I know. And the first time we show up to Lowe's in Palestine, I run into 2 people I know, and he's like, "You've got to be kidding me!" I mean, we're over 2 hours from where we live. You know, he's from Dallas. We're from the North Houston area, and we're in basically it's almost dead center.
Yeah.
Palestine's almost exactly 2 hours from each location, and we run into multiple people that we know. So Wendy and I, we have a podcast that we have started this year,
Raising an Archer.
and it has been a lot of fun. We have this next week. We had a podcast with Eric Griggs, which is the president and owner of
Eric Griggs.
What did I say?
Erica.
No, I didn't.
Yes,
I
you
said
did.
Eric.
You said Eric.
Eric Griggs. Oh my word. So we had this podcast with Eric while we were in Vegas. Erica from Vegas.
What word?
But yeah, we had
Oh my gosh, I just thought about it. Can you imagine what it would have been like if we were in the middle of a podcast with the people next door?
oh my word. So with the dog barking.
The
So if you
dog.
want to know about the dog barking, you have to go listen to Raising the
Vegas
podcast. Yeah, the Raising an Archer Vegas experience. So there was a dog barking.
Yeah.
And, barking, and it's a great story.
It is rated PG.
It is.
We made
It is.
sure.
It's clean.
Because all of our
Ish.
shows are family friendly.
Yes,
We have kids, so we understand.
we do. But Eric Griggs, he met with us and did a podcast with, and it was really good.
It was.
It's seeing different sides of people is great, and just seeing
It was good until your pickup line.
my pickup lines were awesome. My pickup
Whatever.
line. So I came up with gas strings. Everybody knows gas strings,
Lord.
right? And so I came up with some funny sayings, and one of them was a
Were they? Were they?
yeah,
funny?
yeah. One of them was a pickup line at the range. Guy walks up to a girl and says, "Hey, are those gas strings on your bow?" And she says, "Yes." And he was like, "Yes, because you blew me away."
Wah, wah, wah. I thought we had a button for that, but
we
you
do,
know.
we do. Let me see. It's no. I think it's an applause.
No.
Yeah, there we go.
That's
Yeah.
when I walk
Nope.
in.
That's good.
when I walk in.
That's right. No, that's good stuff. But Eric, he talked about his dad and how important his dad was, in his life,
And getting him into archery.
getting him into archery. And the one thing that kind of stuck with me is he said, archery, he said when he graduated from high school, they had done a bunch of archery competitions. They've done a lot of stuff when it came to archery. And his dad said it was a good investment.
Yes.
And it has been a good investment
Yes.
with Eric, because Eric has been able to make a career out of archery
a
his
business,
entire life.
Yes. Which has gone into a business. It was a career, and now
Yeah.
it's into a business.
And when he got into strings, I don't think he had any idea that the strings were going to explode like they
No.
they have. And I
think he said that during
yeah,
the
yeah.
podcast.
And Eric I think he is a marketing genius, is what he is, and he has just exploded.
Why? Because I don't like that you keep using gas and exploded. I'm kind of thinking this is on purpose. Marketing genius.
Yes, he has done an amazing job, and his strings are really good, and so we've.
And now it's he and his wife
Yep.
doing
his
this
wife,
business together.
and they seem to get along great, and he said that they're great. Well, it's tough sometimes to do businesses with your significant other, right?
They've made it work.
And they have made it work.
Yes. And they've made it work well.
Yeah, and they enjoy it.
Yes.
Enjoy it.
She did not come to the podcast with him, but
No, she did not. I think she went to the bar. But yeah, that one comes out on the 1st of March. That one's going to post. The last one we did was a Vegas experience, and that was just really all about what to expect.
Yeah.
And how we took you through the whole process, registration, through hotel,
Yes.
reserving, why we book at the hotel,
Yes.
what that cost was what that cost
Right.
looked like, and then also what to expect when you get there. Because the first time we showed up, it was crazy. It was because we didn't. She just shushed me because we could see
because the
archers going up
archers
there.
are, the bottom line is backup. And what I mean by bottom line, there's, as you can see, there's top and bottom targets out there. So the bottom target, those archers who are shooting on the bottom target will shoot first. And that is all the way through the tournament. At the half, what they'll do is they'll flip their targets. And so the people who are shooting on the bottom will now be shooting on the top. And those who were shooting on the top will now be shooting on the bottom. And then bottom archers will shoot first again. So when you hear us say bottom line, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about those archers who are shooting the bottom targets.
And we'll have to explain next week because it's like every organization has to have their own twist.
Oh my goodness, yes.
You know, NFA starts on the bottom, USA Archery starts on top.
But then USA, it'd be AB, so that's the top line, CD, that's the bottom line, then CD,
Right.
bottom line, AB, and they alternate each end like that.
They do.
Can we not all just do
The
same?
first time we did a USA Archery tournament, I was more stressed than Ryan was.
I'm
because
always more stressed than
because
my
I'm like,
kids.
what if they don't step up at the right time? You know what? And every kid just falls right into line and didn't have any issues with it.
For the most part.
Yeah, for the most part.
We were at Nationals, and we had a grown-up shoot the wrong line. So it's not just kids.
Oh yeah, yeah. You get confused. You know, it's easy to get confused because you're so hyper focused on shooting. It's archery is an emotional, like
It's a mental sport.
not emotional. Archery is not an emotional sport. Should
I know,
not be an
I
emotional.
get
sport,
emotional.
but it's hard. But it is a very mental game.
Yes.
And the one thing we learned while we were in Lancaster and in Vegas is I was talking to Joel Turner, which is Shot IQ, and he had talked about, that archery, when we talk about the fundamentals of archery, we talk about foundation, we talk about shot process, we talk about all this stuff. But he goes, we really aren't. What we need to be, that's physical is what that is, not fundamental, which I thought, I was like, oh, I never even thought of it that way.
Sounds like something you would come up with.
I didn't come up with it. I wish I did because it was cool. But this fun to, we aren't coaching to the mental side of archery.
No.
And I think, why are you laughing?
Because I was going to say something, and I thought, well, maybe I shouldn't. So.
Why not?
Because I try to watch what I say.
Because it's family friendly.
It was not going down that road.
Oh. We had to put Wendy on a short leash because she said the word aspartame, and it didn't sound
You
like
are
that.
being
It did. It didn't sound like aspartame.
And for those of you who do not know, aspartame is the same as sweet and low.
Sweet and low, and she's not sweet.
Like I said, y'all, if you see that it's a broadcast by just Wendy, then
Yeah, Wendy,
What
Wendy,
happened?
yeah. Not Scott's not involved anymore.
live feed brought to you today by Wendy.
Yeah, we are. This live. Sorry. This live feed is through Texas Archery, which
Yes.
is Texas Archery is this is
That's our home range.
our home range. So we do all
Our
of
home
this
shop.
through Texas Archery, and we love our shop. It's much
Our home
just
team.
yeah, just like any of these shops. I mean, there's a lot of, when you shoot as much as you do at the shop, there is a
Yes.
lot of loyalty and a lot of excitement around that, and
Which Cinnamon Creek has the same thing.
yeah,
here.
yeah. Look at all the orange
The
shirts.
orange.
Yeah, it's great. I love seeing all the different shirts. The one thing I'm
Yes.
kicking myself for is it took us so long to get our shirts together. And it wasn't because we weren't trying.
Yeah.
It's because the COVID line.
Okay, I'm going to hold you right there. We're holding the line right now. What that means is archers are not allowed to go up to the line, and that is because someone has had that mental disconnect, that it lost the mental aspect of it. They shot the wrong target. And so before the next line goes up to shoot, they're going to pull that arrow so that way the next archer has a clear line, clear target whenever they go up to shoot. All right, Scott, I don't know what you were saying, but anyway, it's back to you.
Back to me. I don't remember what I was saying.
It's because you're old.
That's right. So once they pull those arrows, arrows,
I think it was one.
is it just one arrow?
Yeah, so they're walking back now.
It is getting a little chilly in here now. My toes are getting cold.
And y'all, the bathrooms, you have to go outside to go to the bathroom. But I'm a little worried about the safety though, because I really like washing my hands. There's that, not only do I just like washing my hands, but
Thank
there's
you.
a
Thank you for
huge-
that.
There's a heater under the sink.
Yes, I saw that too.
In the women's bathroom,
Yep,
you saw
I
that?
did. No, it's in the guys' bathroom, not the girls. What's wrong with you?
You said it. You said you saw it.
You're
Okay,
right.
is that not a safety issue that there is
I don't know.
a heater under the thing that
don't
has
know.
water?
Why would I know that? I'm a
Yeah,
safety guy.
I was just wondering. Anyway, I did like it. I washed my hands for a little bit longer.
Yeah, it does. I went in there. It was nice and warm in there. Outside, it's cold.
Yes, very
So
cool.
here in Texas or here in the Roanoke area, it was pretty chilly this morning. It wasn't as cold as last night. Last night was
No.
cold, like
I don't know.
bitter cold.
It was 34 this morning. I got up and I looked.
Yeah. So cold.
Yep. With a feels like a 29.
It was
29.
29.
That's what it feels like.
Forget about that.
Oh, now it's 39 with it warmed up. But the feels like a 34. 39 at 12:19. A lot of these archers are in here shooting. Of course, that's physical activity, so maybe they're not as cold and they're next to people on the line. But
Well,
a lot
nerves
of
will warm
them-
you up too.
Yeah,
and
I
all
guess
of
so.
that.
I don't know. Nerves just make me have to go to the bathroom. But on the
Of course it does. That's what happens when you get old
and have kids.
and have kids. Yes.
See, I don't know what your excuse
I don't
is
know.
other than getting old. 'cause
Yeah.
You didn't have kids. You have kids, but you didn't have.
We were
kids.
trying to explain to our kids on the way here because how cool we are.
Yeah.
And so,
Cool
you know,
like Coolio.
Julia was saying how, I don't know if she was saying how embarrassing it was that her class found out that we have our own podcast.
That's right, the 8th grade boys. And so you 8th grade boys that are tuning in need to go tell your parents to tune in.
That's right.
And then, you know what, guys, it's a really fun sport. And so I'd love to have your parents ask me about it and, you know, join up. I'd love
Yeah.
to tell you all about it.
It is a great sport. It is growing.
Yes.
It is.
Which we want it to grow more.
We want it to grow. One thing that I found very cool last night, I got the opportunity to sit
Me?
in on
I'm
the
very cool.
no, not you, TFAA board meeting,
Still say it was me.
and they did impress me because the reason why they impressed me was because they had they were looking at the numbers at a level that was which is something that I think that we need to do as TSA as well, is looking at the numbers, the progression of the divisions over the years. So looking at Cubs, the numbers were a little lower and than that they were in years past, and they're talking about how do they grow that sport to continue, you know, grabbing those young archers. Did I interrupt you? She just wrote a note, don't interrupt me. I'm sorry. You interrupted me earlier, and I forgot what I was talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what I was talking about either. Oh my gosh.
It's so funny.
We've got a few archers still on the line. Oh, and when you're looking and you see that there may be one archer who's shooting, but yet there's someone on either side of them who is not shooting, maybe they're already done, that is part of it's line etiquette,
It is.
politeness. So you wait so as you do not disturb the archer who's at full draw by your movement.
Yes.
That way you don't bump them. They don't see, you know, archers have peripheral vision. I have peripheral vision.
Yeah,
So,
it's common courtesy.
yeah, whenever you see that. So now they're going to score. Hey, Scott. Does TFAA...
Hey, Wendy.
Hey! Does TFAA...
So the camera's back on us, so keep it clean.
I do.
Okay,
Yeah,
go ahead.
Remind yourself.
You know, don't be an
Mental-
aspartame.
Keep it clean.
Keep it clean.
All right. So does TFAA, you know, we're USA judges, so we know more about it on the USA side. I see a para archer. Does TFAA have, NFAA, do they have a para division?
That is a very good question.
You
Let's,
knew everything. I
how would
asked
I
you
know-
stuff
I
all
know
the time.
that?
Now I don't know if what you're telling me is true anymore.
Really? You're just figuring that out? Talk to any of my kids and
Oh my
know that
gosh.
half of what I say is true.
Great. When I tell my kids, yes, Scott told me, Coach Booth told me this.
What was it in Seinfeld that Seinfeld was telling Elaine about that war. What is it good for? Do you remember that
I don't
episode?
remember that one.
And so she tells it to this guy, and he got very upset
Oh my
because
gosh.
he was just
I can
joking
do
with
my
it.
lane dance.
Yeah, here we go.
dance
Let's
like
go.
a
Yeah,
lane.
there you go. We were watching Seinfeld last night, and it was that
You can't
dance
see my
is
legs. You kick
yeah,
my
because she's
legs
kicking
around.
those legs out. Such
yeah.
good stuff. And if you haven't watched Seinfeld in a while, man, we turned it on, and the kids were like, "We don't want to watch this." After the first 2 episodes, they are hooked.
Yeah.
They are hooked.
Julia did fall asleep, but Ryan hadn't seen
It was
start
late last
laughing.
night. It was
It
late.
was.
Let's see, TFAA.
I see Ryan walking back by
So,
himself. See, I got away.
Did you- Aw.
I did.
He
Now, if
looked
it was
over at
my
us.
kids, they would totally ignore me.
I
and look
can't
the other
believe he
way.
looked over here at us.
He wanted to see my Elaine dance.
Oh, I know he did.
I think he was a little scared this morning. He's like, "Oh my gosh, there's 2 of my dad," which I'm not a guy, but anyway,
Wow.
I say it all the time. Well, as most of you know, because Scott makes sure to rub it in my face. I'm an only child, and he's not. But it's like we could be brother and sister.
That is true.
But I
Somebody
think-
has to keep her grounded as an only child
I think
because
he's-
everything is about her.
And the problem with that would be, I don't understand.
I know, right? And then she even treats her 2 kids like they're only children. She is like the biggest helicopter mom I've ever seen with 2 kids.
But my daughter did bring contacts for both eyes to this tournament.
That was a plus. And did you have to nag her about it?
I did have to ask her twice. Oh, and remember, even this morning, I was like, "Did you bring extra and put in my purse for the tournament today?"
She said no.
And then I had to ask her a second time, "Did you bring contacts for the tournament today?"
And then she said yes. And then what did you say again? You asked again.
I told you. I said, no, I asked you 2 different questions. So,
It was the same question, just
Did you
different
find
ways.
out about the para archers?
I don't see.
That's what we were talking about.
Yeah, let me
whenever
look here.
You interrupted me.
I'm looking right now to
being back
see.
here. Everyone is walking by, and I get to actually see the people. Well, we're at Texas Archery. We're kind of like up in like a balcony area. So, and all of the screens are directly in front of us. And even though this is a different setup, I really kind of like it because the archers are waving at me. I'm getting smiles. I love that. Archery is meant to be fun. We talk about the competition. We talk about being at state and the mental game. But regardless, it has to be fun.
All right, so I can't figure it out. That's going to be a question. We need to get. We'll need to interview somebody from
TFAA.
TFAA. I see Jay over there.
That's what I was talking about. Or pointing to.
I think it would be good to get some of these guys on here. I'll have to rearrange the table a little bit to get mics over. I reached over to tell her something. My hat bumped her head real hard because we can't hear anything with these headphones on.
No, but I do. I love mine. Like, I'm just like holding my microphone.
And I almost took the little deal off of here.
I kind of like these.
Yeah, I was afraid that with all the noise going on, that this would kind of keep the noise down a little
maybe
bit.
so. I don't know.
Because it's when you take
We
them
ought
off.
to try that today to see experiment.
Yeah.
A science experiment.
We'll see. We'll try that. We got to test this stuff out. We got to be able to see what works and what doesn't work.
Okay, so we do have a question about para division.
Yep, para
Is there
division.
such a thing? And the reason why I asked that is because we do have at least 2 archers here who are in wheelchairs, shooting from wheelchairs. And I know USA, we do have a para division. We have several different para divisions in USA. So I just kind of wanted to know how that plays a part in NFAA, National Field Archery Association, which this is part of because it's Texas Field Archery Association.
Right. So we'll have to see. This is the first time we've been able to live stream to Facebook and YouTube at the same time.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Yes, as of
And-
last night, we started with the YouTube.
Yep. And
with
I
the YouTube.
I know it was funny because I was playing around with it and I hit a button
interweb.
I was thinking that I'd hit record or start stream, and it would come up and say, "Are you sure?" And all of a sudden there was like 10 seconds of me just looking at the screen, and
And he did record himself twice of just looking at the screen, and people had already.
so I already responded like, "Hey, what's going? Hey!" God, yeah, like, oh crap. If you guys are asking questions, we can't really see the chat because we only have one screen. So, and this really wasn't like we were just trying to figure this thing out. I do need that second screen up so that we can see it. Which, you know what? I know how to do that.
Hey,
I'll do that
this
on our
is
next
pretty
one.
cool. Are these the from today?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I got contacts, guys, and they're, I don't even want to say it because he's going to make fun of me, but they're bifocal contacts. And I haven't gotten really used to them yet. And so I didn't wear them today because I wanted to be comfortable. But looking at the replies, there are quite a few replies.
There's a bunch of comments out there.
bunch of comments.
Whoops.
I love it.
What did
Hey,
I
guys,
just click
thanks.
on? Whoops, I just clicked on the wrong thing.
I do want to say thanks for joining in, and we do have a lot of fun, but we also want to provide the service so families that can't be here, so they can see their archers and see a little bit of what's going on. Maybe
Yeah.
you can't see your archer because they're in a different part of the range here. However, you can see what's going on and maybe learn a little bit about what they're doing and what they're going through.
Yeah, I think if I can get power upstairs, what we may do is set up 2 cameras so we can have maybe half the archers on one and half the archers on the other so that we can see them. And if we do, we can move them over there and we can run
How's
them.
that going to help our cubs
Doesn't help our cubs. I can't help that.
in the pro shop?
I don't know why the Wi-Fi, I cannot connect to the Wi-Fi on those cameras for some reason. And I mean, it is what it is.
Yep, it's a little bit of a learning experience for us, like I said, because this is our first time to be on location somewhere outside of Texas archery.
Yeah,
And we're very excited to be here doing this.
we are. So what we may do at the break, whenever they do the break, we may go ahead and, do I have another tripod?
You said out in the vehicle.
It's out in the vehicle. I gotta run out there. What we may do is
you
go
have to go
ahead
out
and
into the cold.
we may go ahead and put some music on at the break. I'll run out there, get a tripod. Let's see if we can get a couple cameras going so we can get them on the
You'll
archers.
have about 10 minutes. Do you think you can make it out there and
No,
back? And
no. If I have to run, that ain't happening. I'm only gonna run if something's chasing me. That's about it.
Even then, I'll take the hit, so I'll save everybody else.
Oh,
'cause
I would
don't
knock you
think I'll-
down.
I know you would.
So
You
I
like
was on
that.
an airplane once.
And you knocked down
And
the
I was
old lady in front of you.
No, not that's like another Seinfeld. I'm sitting on the airplane, and there is
You tripped somebody.
no. It's like one of my first ones. I was going to South America. It was packed. I sit in the middle, sit down. We're in the.
Oh, it is so cold in here.
It's freezing in here now. I'm starting to feel it. Oh, it's because we're by the door, probably.
You think?
Yeah. And we're in the exit row, and you know the flight attendant's doing their whole thing, and then
You knocked her down.
what?
You knocked her down.
No.
Oh, okay.
The guy, he says, the guy turns to me and says,
Are you strong enough to open a door?
no, he goes, no offense, but I will step on your dead head to get out of this plane if it goes down.
Especially if it's dead. If
I
your
know.
head's dead.
I'm
I'll
like,
step on it.
what
You're
if I'm
gonna
not
feel
dead?
it.
It's like, I will still step on your head to get out of this plane.
Sounds like something you would say.
I know. I used that line a couple times.
See? You know, a lot of times these shoots are very tense. You can feel the tension in the air, but it's almost like a family reunion today. It's
Yeah,
been
it's
so
not.
long.
It's not bad at all.
No. When the archers step off the line, they're chit-chatting. There's lots of smiles. I'm seeing chuckles.
Who you calling Chuckles?
Anybody that I don't know their name.
Right. I do think I'll look up there and see what I can do for cameras and all that good stuff. We'll take, just looking. I can't believe I didn't bring that other stand in here. I just brought in so much equipment. Oh, sorry. Getting a little loud.
I really like, you mentioned seeing all the different shirts, and I do. I'm seeing so many different shirts. And what I mean by shirts, you can see the orange with the white stripe and the black. You can see that that's Cinnamon Creek. So there are other teams that are around here that have different shirts. I'm seeing Alvarado Archery. That one I've seen before. Houston Archery Academy. I've seen that one before. But there are several different others that I haven't seen before. A gentleman over there says something G. Can't remember what it said. I read it, but I didn't see what it was.
Robert Hickerson just
Coach
stuck his head in. We'll have Robert Hickerson on here in a minute. Wait a minute. When do you shoot, Robert?
3
o'clock. Oh, we may have to.
We're just coming in.
44. Okay. We got it. He's on bell
right
44.
Here in front of us. And if I saw it right, he's shooting with Miss Sabrina.
We've got our own little crowd of people that are around us right now.
And I'm telling you, so I knew who took that picture. I knew that was David Allen, our field governor. And then there's Mr. Stonebreaker there,
Yep.
Who has made it in. Then there's several other people that are coming by and taking pictures, and I don't know who they are. So, but I just smile.
Just
Have a pretty smile. And
not the creepy one.
Not the ones that Scott
I always get the best look. Like after the second picture I put out there of the two of us together doing something, my wife's just like, "Are you getting this approved through Wendy? Because
I'm such
some
a
people
goofball.
may not like having such a big smile."
I'm such a goofball. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah. Why not?
So I don't know what that archer was doing there. They were just looking up at the wall. I don't
Let's see if we can get him over there. It's the one over there.
I don't know if that maybe a vent that's making noise, or
yeah.
maybe they're feeling the heat. Maybe the heater's coming out of there. I
Maybe
don't know.
so.
But my feet are starting to get cold. I'm not wearing flip-flops today or
That is
sandals.
good. That is good.
But my feet are cold. There's Mr. Ragsdale with Saddle River
Toby
Range
Ragsdale.
is here.
I would love to get some of these people. We're going to have to get them over here after they shoot and do some interviews.
Cheney Elliott just walked off the line.
Cheney's shooting. I don't know why. I thought she was shooting a 3 for some reason, but
Well, evidently not, because she's just walked off the line from pulling her arrows. From
yeah, I see that.
Is that Adam Shackelford that just walked off the line down there?
Yes. All right. I've got some new music for us.
Do you?
How do you think?
Can I understand it?
I want you to sing to this.
I don't think I can.
So, because it's a live stream or podcast or whatever, we have to have licensed music. And
This is a live feed.
this is no, I'm just saying that's why we can't play
Even
music
on our
that you
podcast.
even on our podcast we have to
I'm with you now.
yeah, so we have to have licensed music, and none of the
Do you
licensed.
know if this one's licensed?
Yeah, oh, it is. All of this stuff is licensed, and because if you've heard the song before, then that means we can't play it on here. Because the licensed music is stuff
Are you
that.
sure that one's PG rated?
What's hilarious? I have no idea. They could be. It could be. So it would say explicit, and it didn't say explicit.
Okay.
So I think we're okay.
Or radio edit? Or
Oh, that could be bad. Somebody's like, hey, get that off the radio. I thought you said this was a children's show.
Right. There's Mr. Rorda,
Yep.
Gulf Coast Archery.
Wendy's like a little celebrity here. She's just waving at everybody as they go by.
You know, that is the weird side of this. Not that I'm a celebrity, but that people are coming up to me and like, you know, if I try to introduce myself to them, I'm like, hey, I'm Wendy Cook. I'm looking. No, I already know who you are. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. Yeah, from that live feed, and you're the other woman on the other woman's voice. And
I was like,
okay.
the other woman.
Hey, no, I'm not kidding. I was like, what do you mean? On the podcast? Oh, no, I got you.
Yeah.
Yes, I am the other female voice on there. But that's been a little strange to me. But, you know, our whole goal with that Raising an Archer, has been to help others as they're getting into the sport, help others who may want to get into the sport, help others navigate through the sport.
We've got,
and
got a little traffic jam right here.
I told you about that.
Suck your gut in, sir. Don't hit my camera.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe you just said, people can hear.
Oh, that's right. That's not just online. Literally, he was right there.
Just told the sky.
All right, let's get off us.
The second sky.
Well, he was about to hit the camera.
I know that. But he can literally hear you. Not on, I mean, just out loud. We're not in a booth, people.
You know what? I wonder how loud we are. Are we? We're not loud.
Well, yes,
It's just so loud
people
here.
People were not shooting at that time.
Right.
You were a little louder.
I'm always loud.
Wasn't embarrassing at all.
Not a bit.
Not to you, no.
Nah.
So,
Why be
I don't
embarrassed?
even know.
He knew he had a big belly. Doesn't he? What?
Just because I have a big butt doesn't mean I want somebody to tell me that. I mean, come on.
Well, that's different.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You're a girl. I wouldn't say that.
Oh, just where I
could
can
say to a
hear
guy.
it.
Could you tell another girl that she has a big butt?
No.
Oh. Okay.
You don't tell people that.
Guys,
Oh.
they know they got big bellies.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so as I was saying about raising an archer, so I went to a shoot of the last what was that, last weekend? I went with Julia, and then I had people coming up and ask me and talk to me about the podcast, and they started asking more questions. That's why we were doing what we're doing with Raising an Archer.
That's right.
And it was so awesome to actually see that happening. Hey, I heard this on the podcast. Now, can you tell me more about this? And then someone else comes up. I had 3 different families, and that was fantastic. I was so excited. I called you. I was like, it's working. What we are trying to accomplish is being accomplished. And, I don't do it because I become a celebrity. No.
With our 5 followers.
But to have people come up and say, oh my goodness, we listened to that, and this is the way we felt, or whatever that was. But that was a cool feeling.
Yeah, it's tough. Like we look at archery, we love it so much.
But it's confusing.
Yeah, and how we do the podcast, we do live stream, we do it because we love the sport. And how do we step up our game?
Yeah.
And in the archery community, and
how do we make it more accessible for others?
Yeah, and there are, there's other sports doing it. Mm-hmm. Why can't we do it?
Yep.
And we've got next week. We've added another camera, so we're gonna have cameras on both sides, so the lefties will get a little bit of love than just the right hand shooters. When we do the live the head-to-head shoot off, especially at the
Sunday.
2:00, we'll be rearranging the cameras so that we can see exactly what's happening.
Be
so
sure
we'll
and tune in.
Yes, that one's going to be good. I really think at 2:00 on Sunday is going to be a lot of fun to watch because it's going to be the top 4 shooting off for the money, and we have $4,000 that are going to be handed out. Cash is handing out to the compounders. $4,000 for recurve, which we just added another $1,000 because the recurves have stepped it up and have registered a lot of shooters. And then barebow has $3,000. And we're going to learn from this and plan to do it again next year. And the only way we are, I've had several people come and say, how are you giving away so much money? Well, a couple reasons. One, Texas Archery is donating the facility for free to run it.
Thank you, Texas
And
Archery.
then the other way that we're doing it is that none of the organizations are making money.
Right.
And that's okay this year. We need to start something different and something big and see if it actually works. And if it doesn't work, we go back to the old way. If it works, maybe we build something that's really cool for archery moving forward.
So for those of you who see us online, or you see the advertisements for the shoot next weekend, and it says the road to 10,000, and that's what it's about. Road
Yes.
to $10,000. That's what we're talking about, is the $10,000 money giveaway for the shoot.
Yeah. There's
My son was like, oh, Oh, so that's what that means.
The road to $10,000
Yep.
to 10K. Now it's the road to 11K because we
Wow.
just added another $1,000 to the pot. So as the money comes in, we're just putting it right back into the archers. So there's really the only thing that's costing, like TSAA is actually going to eat the cost of the judges and everything right now. Because we wanted to see what we could do to give every bit of that money right back to the archers, and that's what we're doing.
See, and I've argued with you guys about because I'll be judging it. What am I judging? Friday and Saturday, and then
Yeah.
I'll be online with you on live feed on Sunday. So you'll see some familiar faces who will be on the live feed with him on Friday and Saturday.
Right.
And then I'll be back on Sunday. But I talked about I don't want a hotel room because then
You don't want a what?
A hotel room because
yeah,
then that's
yeah.
money that could go back to the archers. But
That
then
money
it's
is not
explained to me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's something.
So,
No, that is a cost that
okay,
we have
all right.
decided to eat this year.
Yeah. And as a judge, I do appreciate it, and I know another judge, Veronica, she appreciates it too, because
Well,
the
you guys are
driving it-
traveling a long ways
Yeah.
to get to the facility, so it's long days. We appreciate our judges. We
I
wanna
always
take
just
care
feel
of
like
them.
I'm being bougie if
Bougie.
I have a hotel room.
So it's going to be it'll be fun. It's
I love Julia's shirt. I love right here.
You're talking about your daughter?
No, this Julia right here, who I believe is also Julia Ann. She's the same exact right here, backs to us. You'd like? Keep
I have
hitting
no
me with
idea who
your-
you're talking about.
Okay. So Julia she's got her hand around her husband right here. 2 gray shirts right here in front of
Oh,
us,
okay.
directly in front of us. She has red hair. Her shirt, it says, this girl loves archery and fajitas. I so need that shirt. Scott's like totally lost. He's like, okay. I can
Oh,
see it all on his
As an
face.
adult, I could have swore you're pointing at a kid. I'm like, I do not see a kid down there. I'm like,
Oh, my word.
cannot figure out what
I
you're
even
talking about.
said She has her hand around
I
her
was not
husband.
looking at that.
Look, there's her shirt right here.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Love it.
How's Ryan doing? I saw you with the.
I don't know. I
binoculars.
can't see.
Oh, okay. Do you know what target?
22.
Okay.
When I looked down there, I just looked. Oh, well, I'm going to stand up and take a look here. We got to be halfway through
That's what I
now.
was wondering.
Por tocarte, pero no me atrevo a textearte. Tú solo bailas en mi mente.
All right, we're at the break. We're going to go ahead and do a little bit of music. I'm going to see what I can do for cameras to see if we can fix this second half. Okay?
Aunque prefiera bailar, aguanta y baila. Como fuego iluminamos el cielo con nuestro amor. Aguanta y baila siempre. Baby, quiero nadar en tus palmas. No necesito sombra ni paraguas. Mi amor, me gusta cuando estamos ahí. Botella como será calentita y no tengo mucho que perder. Yo aguanta para mí. Yo te enseño, baby, todo lo que te mereces, mami. No hay nadie más con que prefiera bailar. Aguanta y baila. Cuando agarro tu cuerpo nunca lo suelto. Encima de mi baby siempre te siento. Siempre te siento. Siento. No hay nadie más con que prefiera bailar. Aguanta y baila. Como fuego iluminamos el cielo con nuestro amor. Aguanta y baila siempre. Y ya llegó el momento de dejarte. Siempre me duele cuando estamos
close, had me thinking they're friends. 10 toes down, I'll be free until the end. Crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands. Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck. Country heart, I might cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold-hearted, now I'm back up. Keep it real, I do this once a month, I don't rap much. I just take the money and go stack up. Only buying car till you get tatted up. All that other bull, it don't matter much. You only climb me, I put the ladders up. No fault, I done doubled up on the workload. I think I fell in love with the bankroll. Pray up, get money, then we lay low. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up. I ran up a check, I might do it again. Enemies close, had me thinking they're friends. 10 toes down, I'll be free until the end. Crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands. Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and start. We have started the second half of the 11 o'clock line. Archers have switched their targets. So those who were shooting the top line are now shooting the bottom line. No, I did not push Scott off the side. He is working on moving the target up to the balcony area so you can have a better picture. Oh, got some archers not looking so happy as they're coming off the line. This is another tough area of the target or of the tournament, because when you were shooting the top line, you were shooting the top target. Now you've switched. Now you have to shoot the bottom target. So your mind has to make that mental switch. It has to think about, I've got to shoot the bottom target. If you shoot that top target, then that score is a miss, that it will be a 0. You guys, it is so stinking cold. I have taken off my poncho and I'm now using it like a blanket across my lap. This is super fun. I am so thankful to Cinnamon Creek and to Texas Field Archery Association for allowing us to do this live feed for you guys. I was trying to switch screens. That didn't work so well because I forgot that that camera is now up top and it is not quite plugged in yet. Still working on getting that for you guys. We have the 3 o'clock line that is starting to come in. You want to get here a little early. So whenever you go to a tournament, you want to go and be there about an hour early. And the reason for that, you get to calm your nerves. You get to calm yourself down. So that mental game that we talk about, you get there. If you're a parent, you bring your archers in. You've got time to kind of take a breath. You've got time to go find your target. For Texas Field Archery Association for this state shoot, if you're coming in, you go online. It's already online. What bell you have, what your target number is. For those of you who may be looking at it now, if you go on to the website, you scroll down, there is also the area that shows your shooting time for tomorrow. That is new this year. Normally, we are up at 9 o'clock at night waiting and looking at that screen, waiting to see when we're going to shoot the next morning. It is already there. For tomorrow's shoot, it does not say what bail just yet. They won't do that until they tally the scores tonight. The reason for that is that you are scored and you are placed on a target according to your scores. So the top archer, meaning with the top scores, then the next scoring archer, then the next one and the next one, then they move on and they go from there. I can tell you that the Cubs, and the youth will shoot at 7:30 in the morning. Oh, that is so tough. I wish they would alternate that. I know that the adults want to sleep in a little bit, but so do the parents. We have shot that line for the last several years with my kids. We make it, but it's kind of hard for those staying at the hotel that have breakfast to grab breakfast that early and then still get here in time. Because if it's a 7:30 line, then you want to get here about 6:30. Well, if the hotel doesn't start serving breakfast until 6:30, it's kind of tough to grab something. What we've done every year is that we've gone downstairs, grabbed stuff out of the coolers that they had. So we're talking about maybe boiled eggs, yogurt, bananas, some fruit, the little pastries, the little danishes, and we grab that so that way our kids can go ahead and have something to eat whenever we get here. We make it work. So now we have the top line shooting. They're shooting those top targets. We are in the second half of the tournament. When you see me looking around, I'm looking down the line, and I actually get to see the archers this time. I actually even brought my binoculars. The first few live feeds that we did, Scott and I would be looking through our binoculars because we didn't have the capabilities. We didn't have the fancy cameras that would zoom in on the archers so that we could see them, and we didn't have the live scoring to where we could see that going on. We don't have the live scoring here because that is through TFAA. We would love to be able to do this again and have them allow us to do the live scoring as well. Again, we're just so thankful to even be here and go ahead and bring the tournament kind of to you guys. This is a lot of fun. There is a little bit of more tension in the air. I can see it with the archers on the line. They seemed more relaxed in the beginning. However, they are looking a little tense right now, whether some of them have shot the wrong target because they had to switch their targets or what have you. We did hear a few minutes ago that they had to hold the line before the top shooters went up. So someone did shoot the wrong target. It's tough. It's tough when you've worked really hard to get here. Not only worked really hard to arrange your travel plans to get registered, but it's also really hard. You've gone to at least 3 different SIWAT tournaments to be able for your scores to count here and to put you in the running for Archer of the Year. But it's also just that mental game. I know I've worked so hard, and then I get here and I shoot the wrong target. That's tough. All of our archers have done it. Since Scott's not here to add in, then I'm going to add a little bit of music. We're fixing to go score. We're fixing to go score. The archers are about to go score. As you heard them just announce that they are going to score.
Would you hug me in the dark? Let the worries go away. Would you do it all again? Do it all again? Would you leave your finger marks on my body while it sways? Would you let my way find my way home again? Can't see clear through the smoke you created. I feel my feet on the ground and they're shaking. How am I supposed to save the situation? While the steps getting wasted, even though we feel the same. Would you hug me in the dark? Let the worries go away. Would you do it all again? Do it all again? Would you leave your finger marks on my body while it sways? Would you light my way, find my way home again? My home is you. 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 Here we are, where we thought we'd never be. Is there ever a way to be free? Can we turn back time so long, my dear? How are we supposed to save the situation?
All right, we are back. I got one camera up. Here in a little bit, I think I'm going to go ahead and run over and grab the tripod and see if we can get that third camera up so that we can kind of zoom in on each one of the archers. Now we can actually see some of the archers down there. I do love my cameras.
He
They are so
does.
clear.
See, I love my microphone.
She loves her microphone. I love the cameras. I'm going to run here in a minute. I think I'm going to go ahead and just run down there. And we will, Wendy can talk or she can play music while I do that.
Or I can do both,
You can do both.
because that's what I did. I
right.
said, you don't have to overpower me, but I can't always talk louder than the
Yeah.
music. I just
All
say,
right,
yeah.
so I'm going to go ahead and run and get that other deal and see if we can get that.
I want somebody taking a picture of you running.
I'm not running.
You said you were going to
It's
run.
gonna, it's just metaphorically run.
Oh.
It'll be more of a walk to the mule and have them drive me out there.
You like saying mule since you just rode a mule.
I rode a mule. Oh, I'll have to tell everybody about my mule ride here in just a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and mute my mic.
Ryan,
Hopefully I don't mute. Oh, I did mute mine. I was just making sure.
And mute yours all you want. Don't touch mine. Okay, you guys, I'm seeing a lot of like Christmas lights strung across the. I don't know how that works or what they do that for. Maybe they have parties in here sometimes. So again, we've got the bottom line, which used to be the top line, but our bottom shooters are up on the line. So when you come to state, you have to shoot 2 days. So this is the first day of shooting. Tomorrow they will come back for the second day. All archers must shoot both days to compete for state. It's pretty cool this year. They have new shirts. Be sure when you come in that you go to the front desk area where they've got the new shirts. How cool is that? For the last several years, we've had the same shirts, and this year it actually has 2022 Indoor State Championship SIWAT. If I can get us, I'm getting it caught on Scott's mic. Anyway, you get the drift. They're $20. Go ahead and get your shirt when you come in before they sell out. I am fairly certain that people are going to want these shirts because these are the first new shirts that we've had in a couple of years. In the beginning, they just had state shirts, state championship TFAA shirts, and so they looked the same for the last several years. This year, brand new shirts. What I showed you was the back. Don't be deceived. The front of the shirt looks like it did in the past. However, ta-da, the back of the shirt is totally new, totally different. I already got one for my archer, or for my archer who is shooting here today and tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to put you back onto the archers. So you see there are just a few. Then there's the second line getting ready to come up. These are our top line archers. You have to hold the line. Evidently, an archer has shot the wrong target. We told you in the beginning, this happens. And as you can see, it does. All it takes is just for that quick little mental disconnect for one arrow to go in the wrong target. And it's heartbreaking, whether it's an adult or whether it's a youth archer who is shooting, for that to happen.
I see something's coming up on the horizon. Oh, let me clear my head and get rid of the distractions.
Kind of fitting that I accidentally played that song at the right time. Get rid of the distractions. So that's even when Scott and I are here and we're trying to talk. We're trying not to be a distraction to the archers. That's another reason why the line etiquette, when someone is at full draw, the other archers do not move who are around them. They do not walk from behind them. There's also a wait line. And you can barely see, but there's an area between the archers and then the chairs that are there behind them, and then the bleachers that are there. And the reason for that is that someone's not walking behind them and distracting them. Any distraction will cause a little bit of a mental disconnect. And that could deal with their process, their shooting process. It could just distract them to where they even move a little bit, or to where they shoot the wrong target. We don't want any of that to happen. Kind of wondering if Scott didn't actually run because he's already back. There is so much that goes into preparing for a tournament. You know, we talk about the different shirts that we're seeing here. Folks, these shooter jerseys, they cost anywhere from $65 on up. You know, the t-shirts that they have for sale here today are $20. They also have hats. For the youth sizes shirts, they are $15. The caps are $10. They've got embroidered patches for $5. They also have decals, so stickers that are like $2 a piece. A wonderful thing about Cinnamon Creek Archery Ranch is that they have a wonderful concession stand. It has lots of goodies. They always have a bake sale here, and you know, I've already gone, and I may or may not have purchased some goodies already. Oh my goodness, they've got chocolate chip cookies, red velvet cake balls, lemon cake balls. I've never had either one of these, so I can't wait to try them. And I purchased these before the first, before we ever started this, and I hadn't had them yet, so that's kind of good. Maybe they'll last through tomorrow. I don't know, but they'll probably have more there tomorrow. As you can tell, I love goodies. We almost had a problem this morning because I couldn't get my coffee. I don't know what it is. I love coffee. I didn't have any coffee yesterday. I had a family emergency. So my family could use some prayers for my mom. And so I just didn't have the coffee yesterday. I was only able to make it into work for like half a day. And I didn't have my coffee. So this morning we ran through Chick-fil-A, and I ordered coffee. They brought Scott's coffee, but they didn't bring my coffee. So I was a little upset. Then finally I went inside with my receipt. I was like, I need my coffee, please. And got my coffee. Then as I'm walking out the door, I spilled some. So I was a little emotional at that point. Then I get in the car and I try to fix my coffee as I'm coming here, and it spills everywhere. It was completely full. I spilled it all over my hand. But, I got past that. And so I couldn't do my coffee. I could not fix my coffee. I couldn't put in my creamer, couldn't put in my sugar. And I'm sorry, I like a little bit of coffee with my cream and sugar. So I have since then emptied my coffee. I did have a sweet tea, a really big sweet tea. Already drank all that. I don't know. Maybe I was thirsty. Maybe I'm nervous. I don't know. I had orange juice. That's all gone. I am now working on water. I'm fixing to go in. They have free coffee here. So that is like amazing. And I'm probably fixing to have to go get that too. And I'm talking really fast, so I'm not sure if maybe I already had enough coffee or what's going on. Scott's down here beside me hooking up that other camera. I don't even know what he's saying, but he's saying something. So, but it's not important. It's okay. But I got here, so I fixed my coffee, and they're like rushing me. Come on, we gotta go. And but I finally have my coffee, so I think I might need another coffee. And the lady, when I went inside, she's like, "Are you?" And this was I'm back to my Chick-fil-A story. So I went into Chick-fil-A, and she's like, "Oh, you haven't had any coffee since Thursday. Are you shaking?" I'm like, "No, I'm not really shaking." "Okay, well, do you have a headache?" "Yes, ma'am, I have a headache." So I'm starting to feel a little bit better now, but I'm probably going to have to go get, and I want a Sprite or a Coke, and but it is so stinking cold that I'm like, I don't know that I can go with the Sprite or the Coke, but it's all right. It'll all be good. We're having fun. We're seeing lots of people. I can't tell you. This is the most amazing part about it, is seeing everyone. I said this a little while ago that this is like a family reunion. It really is. I think it's been 2 years since we've been able to do this. And to have everyone back together again is a wonderful thing. Our archers are coming back off the line. I see Madison Wood down the range. My daughter did say she was sitting with Madison's mom, and I hadn't seen either one of them, but now I do. Starting to see smiling archers again. That's a good sign. It's a good thing. We always want, I have said this over and over again. Y'all probably get tired of me saying it, but archery needs to be fun. If it's for our kids, it needs to be fun for our kids. If you're shooting, if you are the archer, you need to be having fun. It's just like, do you want to go to a job and work at a job that you don't really love every day? I know a lot of people do. I'm not one of them. I love my job. But just being able to go and have some fun. I even tell my kids to try to put a fun spin on it. Is, would you rather be shooting archery or at a tournament and not shooting your best, or would you rather be home cleaning out the kitty litter box and doing chores at home? So the answer is always having fun. The way we can make it fun for our archers is that just trying to help them to be successful. And we talk about, do we want it, or do we want our kids to want it? And so as long as our kids are wanting to do it and it's not something we push on them, most likely it's going to be fun for them. I put on Facebook a lot that where I go and what I'm doing, and it's almost always that I am chasing my kids. I'm following them around the state. I guess I'm driving them, and most likely paying for it, but it is that we're having fun as a family. We're going and doing. So archery is definitely a family sport. We are going to be doing a podcast in the not too I don't know. We'll be doing it pretty soon, and it'll be with the family, and they'll be talking about how fun it is and how great it is to be able to have a sport that is for the entire family. They even have their favorite picture shows the 4 of them at a bale. So their 2 sons, the mom and the dad, all 4 of them together on a bale, taking a picture, and that's such a great thing. It's so fun. I don't actually shoot, but I judge, do live feeds, do podcasts. So I'm in the middle of it, but I'm chauffeuring my kids around. All right, we are headed right back into the tournament. I'm going to get a little bit quieter now because our bottom target shooters are back up, and they've just been given the green light to go ahead and start. If you look almost to your left, you will see a tall young man. Most of you will know that young man that's in a Matthews shooter jersey. That is Ryan Booth. That is Scott's son down there shooting. If you look a little bit further to the right, there is a young lady with her hair up in a bun, blonde-haired young lady in a red and black jersey. That is one of our archers, Madison Wood. She is not quite on the line yet, so she must be a top shooter at this time. Just saw Amanda Stoffels come on in. She has one of the Cinnamon Creek archers here. I actually think she has two archers now. Just this side of Ryan Booth is Logan, who is from Gulf Coast Archery down in Webster, Texas.
Thank you.
So every one of these thuds that you're hearing, yes, that is an arrow going into the target. On this line, we have bare bow, we have Olympic recurve, we have compound. We have a little bit of everything on this line.
Did I lose everything? I think we just lost everything. Seriously, I touched the camera and it just like everything just died.
Scott's over here playing around with everything. So if we have lost video, it's because he's...
We've lost everything. That's back. That's always positive.
Target